Hey y'all, good evening everybody. Good evening. Oh y'all, we got a rainy day. Well, should I say night because it is storming here. Do you hear me? Y'all probably can hear it. It's some bad weather coming. Like it's supposed to rain and flood all night long. I just hope the power don't go out. I don't care about the rain because I love the rain. Just let the power stay on, baby. Cause I don't like to be hot. Let me see who we got in the chat. Then we gonna get into this topic because I done seen some things. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I know DHam Live probably still going on, so my people gonna come when they get a chance. They gonna have to start it over though. Hey Dee Dee, hey Angela Dickerson, Lolita, Gabrielle, Miss Flo, blessings, Terry Bro, Miss Stephanie Landry, Steph's Puffin Stuff, Charlene, Miss Jackie, Miss Yolanda, Tony Lightner, my girl Batty Dote. Shout out to you for being a 3-month member. It is all love. Shout out to all my members. If you don't have a membership, make sure you grab one because we will be doing a members only live tomorrow. The members only live will be tomorrow, and I also will be raffling off cookies for just my members. That's it. So if you're not a member, grab you a membership. I'm gonna be raffling off cookies once a month for members only. We're gonna definitely get into some topics, some things that we cannot discuss on a regular live stream. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go, baby. But if you already a member, please renew your membership. That helps me keep growing in these YouTube streets. But shout out to y'all. Hey Lisa, hey Robin Lots, Treasure Life, Sugar Pop, Spicy Brown, Lolo. We got Lachelle's, Miss Witty. We got Christmas. Pump Your Brakes, Mr. Troy. What's up, bro? Life with Key, Twin Girl Carla, Nika Ray. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Like I say, DHam Live probably still going on because I actually was supposed to do my live at 5:45 Central Time. But I pushed it back because I wanted to watch DHam's live. And what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that his live was supposed to be at 7, but it's probably 7 his time and it's 6 my time. That be the time zone difference be throwing me off still. Hey Cancer 66, hey Miss Green Eyes. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Okay, y'all, so the title of this live is Healthy Co-Parenting Through Bitterness and from Failed Relationships. And the reason why I titled this is because one of my sources, of course, sent me a screenshot from Footmeat's chat and post. She actually made a post. Hold on, let me get to it. Before I even get into that, because I was just snooping on Facebook and I seen a status that Zell made. Very petty, y'all. Very, very petty. I say, no, it's the eyes of me going on his page because I never go on his page and he posts something like that. Hold on, let's see. Let me go to it. Let's see. Now, why my babies cutting up? They don't like that weather, y'all. Am I charging? Not charging. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Where's his page? I just got off of it. I don't see it. Give me a second, y'all. What the heck? Let me type it in. Okay. So he posts 19 hours ago, y'all. 20 hours ago now. He posts feeling anxious, and his post says, I can't wait till she get back home. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Then he put the upside down emoji face. That MF hit different post divorce. Like taking, throwing a subliminal or whatever. So that, I feel like when you make posts like that, for one, it's very petty, and then you asking for audience participation, because if you didn't want people to see it and actually engage into the drama and the foolishness, you wouldn't post stuff like this. So people start throwing subs. Of course, somebody say, y'all gonna make that man get his wig, and then somebody else decides to tag RH in the post, y'all, in the post. So I'm like, first of all, Do you need us to bring up the fact that she just blasted you barely a month ago, baby? Barely a month ago on Instagram, including you, your boogers, your farts, all of that. Do we need to spin the block with that tea while you over there trying to throw subs and invite people into your foolishness to I don't want to say, I hate saying shots, but to throw subs at RH. Oh, how soon we forget. Like, let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about the fact that she made you look the complete fool on Instagram, to where you had to make her go back and apologize to you because you didn't want to be embarrassed, okay? Hey, Miss Cynthia Craig. Hey, JB. Treasure Lifestyle. I saw that too, and somebody tagged RH in the comments on that post. Exactly. He knew what he was doing, because when they tagged RH, he put a laughing emoji. Not a laughing emoji, a laughing gif. So he knew exactly what he was doing. Like, dude, let's not forget the fact that, and I hate to bring this up, but RH left her, which means you have his leftovers. You got all his old problems, not the other way around. So while you trying to throw, and you know what? I have to say this, let me be fair, because it is a such thing as one man's trash or one woman's trash is another man or woman's treasure. That does exist, because I do believe in, finding your person, right? But we still have to speak according to the facts. And the facts is this man divorced her. The same storyline, she put out literally the same narrative on 3 different men. So when you over there trying to throw subs, let's not forget that she done blasted you on social media also and aired out your dirty laundry, baby. Stuff that we didn't know. We didn't know you was in females' DMs begging them to deal with you. We didn't know you be picking your boogers and plucking them. We didn't know you be farting all over the place. We didn't know you was a Build-A-Bear. We didn't know you was disrespectful to women, always calling them the B word. We didn't know these things until your woman put it out there on the internet. Keep that in mind. Moving forward in my harmony voice. Gabrielle say, imagine your man only giving you a ick for Valentine's Day, and neither one of your baby daddies wish you a happy Mother's Day or even make a post. Your ex-husband posted everybody but you breathes down bad. And you know what, Gab? My thing with that, because somebody had sent me a screenshot of that, also people saying about him not wishing her. But this is my thing. I feel like how you don't know that, not you meaning you, but how y'all don't know that he didn't text her, because they are on speaking terms. So people, I feel like when you post stuff you bring stuff to the internet, let's say I make a long post about my fiance on the internet for his birthday, right? That's for the internet. That's not for him, because I have him in person. He see me in person. He know how I feel about him. I tell him, he tell me. So when you bring stuff to the internet, you doing it for the internet's validation. So I feel like people, just speaking on whether or not he told her, and like I said, Gabby, I'm not talking about you, because I did get a screenshot of some other people saying that. I know you saying it in a joking way, but they had some people that were serious about it. And I just feel like it's possible that he could have texted her, and she's not his woman anymore, to where he needs to give her that type of validation on the internet, or, that type of credit on the internet. I feel like that's something you do for somebody that's actually in your life, on a daily basis. Like LaTrue shouting out Miss Season and telling her happy Mother's Day. That's different, because that's his woman, you can say. You know what I'm saying? Or his sisters, that's his sister. So Laonya is no longer his wife. So the fact that people getting in their feelings behind him not telling her happy Mother's Day on Facebook is crazy to me, because what is that going to do for you? Like, make it make sense. But it does speak volumes, even all. I would definitely, now this is another thing too, Gabby. I would definitely expect it from the first baby daddy. Hence, he always, um, how can I say this nicely? He always in her ass. Like he, you know. So I would definitely expect him to do something like that on the internet. Hey, Latoya Middleton. Hey, Anomaly. Love you, girl. What's up, Sassy M? Gabrielle said, imagine having to take yourself on a Mother's Day trip with your kids and you have a whole man living in your house. Exactly. Exactly. And I wish she would, when Father's Day come around, I wish she would tell that clown Happy Father's Day, because he is not a father, baby. Yes, you might be dealing with him, but don't do that. I feel like, people do stuff to be petty. Ooh. People do stuff to be petty a lot of times, but it makes them look bad, right? It really does. He's not even that active in those kids' lives to actually be considered or to get that type of credit. This is not somebody who's providing for your kids or spending a lot of quality time with your children. So don't give him that type of credit just to be petty. I would never do that. I don't care what me and my kids' dad go through. Now, on the other hand, I can say is that my fiance is very involved when it comes to my kids. So if you know you dealing with somebody that real life don't do nothing for your kids and you didn't put it out on the internet, especially when you get mad, you come on the internet and say stuff like that, then why would you do it? You basically letting us know you doing it to be petty, because when you mad, you'll say that, oh, he don't do nothing for your kids. So make it make sense. Why do it just to, be petty towards your baby daddy? It makes no sense. My phone going crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Wow. This internet stuff is crazy, dog. This bro. Y'all. Okay, let me get back to shout out to everybody just getting in my chat. I see my people are making their way over. Okay, listen. Hey, beautiful Ashes. She said they're perfect for each other if you ask me, and is. What's up, Lux Pearl? London thing. Kaysen. Shout out to y'all for just getting in the chat. But it's just crazy. Like, don't do that. Don't do that just to be petty, especially if you know the biological father is active. Now, if you have a man that's taking the place of the biological father who's not active, then that's a different story. You could shout him out as a bonus dad, but don't leave out the active parent just because you want to be petty towards him. And that can also correlate with our caption, with the title of this live, healthy co-parent through bitterness from failed relationships, because a lot of times women will allow their emotions, which are old emotions, well, some not old and new, because a lot of times these women don't be healed. That man that moved on into a whole new relationship, and that woman still lingering on those emotions from that failed relationship and carrying it over to her kids, and that's not cool. And that I actually seen that in Foot Meets chat based on a comment that she put. I'm going to get to that. We're going to get to it. Thank you, Latoya. Same to you, my girl. Gabrielle say, if all you have on Mother's Day is the ICK, baby, I don't want it. Keep it. Exactly. I don't want that. Get that any day from you. The fact that he didn't buy her nothing speaks volumes, because I don't even have no kids with my fiance, and he gave me all kind of stuff. Like, he asked me what I wanted. So, you got to hold into that's your man. Regardless if y'all have kids or not, he gonna still treat you on Mother's Day because you're a mother. And he know your kids mean the world to you. Lolita she said he wasn't hitting on nothing either, so I don't know what he bragging about. Listen, that's a whole nother story. Why he bragging if he only knew? And that's something that wasn't even made aware to him, okay? Hey, Latte. That's some homegirl talk. Spicy say the way those two baby mamas drag him on social media, I don't blame the truth. And I don't blame him either. He don't owe them that. And like I said, who knows? That's something, that type of comment or observation, I feel like is unnecessary because it's always stuff that are not seen. You know, like he could have texted her. He could have texted her and told her Happy Mother's Day. You know, and we don't know. So I feel like speaking on stuff like that, you never know. You never know. They are on speaking terms when it comes to their child. So doing it for social media is not a good look anyways, because there's a lot of people that's still iffy when it comes to their situation. Imagine if LaTrue would have broadcast and made a big happy Mother's Day post to her on social media. How y'all think a lot of the supporters would have felt? So, you know, you got to be smart in those type of situations. Because like I said, at the end of the day, that's for social media. That's not for him. If he put it out on social media, that's for the supporters. That's not for them. Hey, Bridget. Gabrielle said, imagine bragging about your girl's CAT and she gave it to her ex-husband in an attempt to not get the divorce. Gabby going in, baby. Gabby, you know something I don't know, girl. Do you know something I don't know? London Thing said, yeah, very much so. Lupac, very immature. I agree. Very. But that's his jacket, though. He's been immature throughout the whole saga, y'all. This ain't nothing new. Y'all know firsthand he been doing stuff. He been throwing subs. Like, he been playing a role that he should have not played. And I think you got to credit a lot to the fact that he is not a father. The role that he played, like, most men would have been at his top. But he don't know how to deal in certain situations because he don't have no kids of his own. And me personally, I'm not dating no ninja that don't have no kids, because I need to see how you love your kids before you can be around mine. I need to see, because if you don't know the actual love of a parent, like how it feels to be a parent, then I can't trust you. I'm always having the back of my head that, you know, is a situation because you don't have no kids. At least one, so you can share that same sentiment, that same feeling as me when it comes to being a parent. Hey, Simone. Lolita says she never shouted out. She never shouted out to him for anything. She had the little girl shout out the little boyfriend. And that's my thing. While people get mad about that too, what about him? What about him, Zell? Because that's his woman now. Him and LaTrue and Laonya been separated for over a year now, almost 2 years to be exact, in October. So why y'all worried about what he should be doing on social media as far as it comes to her when she got a whole ninja now? Because if we could recall, for Thanksgiving, Zell didn't shout her out. He said his shout out to his communion. And he named everything from the dogs to the car to the finances, the friends, the family. What else, y'all? He named... That was so petty. He named everything. And that was around the same time she made her 4-year-old child shout him out in her thank you video. And not her own daddy. That spoke volumes. But that's the one that they should be crucifying, because at the end of the day, that's her man. That's who owes her that, not RH. That's who owes her that. And also, somebody let me know if Mr. Sleepy gave her a shout out, because he got more with her than LaTrue do, right? He got 3 with her. So are they giving him that same energy? Did he tell his BM Happy Mother's Day? Child, is the selective outrage for me. Hey, Miss Floria, blessings to you, my girl, and same to you. Happy belated Mother's Day. Love you also. Lux Pearl say sometimes being in love will make you so blind. I'll never overlook my kids though. Big facts. And never. For no ninja. Not even their own daddy. Not even their own pappy baby. Hey, Shamisa Services. Lux Pearl say, yes, he's been petty from the beginning, but wait till he has kids. Karma. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Karen. Love you, sister girl. Did you check your messenger? I messaged you for Mother's Day. Shout out to you. Hey, Ask Ronnie. What's up, Snooky? Gabrielle said wasn't exposed. She showed up to our house in lingerie. Himself is a fool. That post was cringy and screams insecure. Yep, she sure did. She sure did, baby. And she got the wood and was sent on her mighty way. Cause that's why she was mad and came back to the internet popping ish, because it's like he fooled her. They did the do and he still didn't want to reconcile. But that speaks volumes. That just shows you that he don't. Okay, let me give an example. If a man do something like that to you, let's say you got your body done, you like a bad female. Okay, you top tier female when it comes to looks in your body, whatever. But if you dealing with a man and he'll take the booty from you, but he won't want to be in a relationship, that speaks volumes. And that's kind of like their situation. So the fact that they have history and they were still married at the time. So the fact that he still took what she gave. Let's keep it a buck. She gave it because she showed up over there with lingerie. The fact that he still took what she gave and then sent her on her way, still not wanting to reconcile, speaks volumes. Now y'all take that and run with it. And let me not say that. Don't say it, Pop. Say it, Pop. Don't say it, Pop. I'm not gonna say it. Because y'all know I can get petty sometimes. I ain't gonna say it. But y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Imagine a man. Imagine you thinking you the baddest in the room, and a ninja literally sleep with you and still wouldn't want to be in a relationship. That speak a whole lot of volumes. Gabrielle say Woken Israelite didn't post her either. He has too many kids to only shout out one baby mama. Exactly. But the thing is though, why are y'all at this one top and not all of them? Because if that's the case, it's 3 men in her life, right? It's the Woken, RH, and Himzel. So none out of the 3 shouted her out as far as Happy Mother's Day. And they all active on their pages. So why is it a selective outrage only when it comes to the ex? The ex, the one who she just literally got out of a very toxic and drama-filled saga internet situation with. Why do he owe her that? That's confusing to his supporters. He don't owe us that. It ain't us asking for that. It's her supporters. Ain't none of his supporters asking that. What's that gonna do? That ain't nothing but words. Show me you appreciate me. Nothing but words, baby. JB saying then had the nerve to say he used her for exactly. London things say Lupac, Woken Israelite, and himself. I'm done. That's they names, girl. Okay. That's they names. Let me see. Wow. Wow. The internet. Let me pull my line back up. I gotta go. I wonder, do y'all want me to pull up, what's her name? Foot Meets. Why do notifications keep popping up? Y'all want me to pull up Foot Meets, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just read it because it's easier. Instead of me pulling it up on her page, I'm gonna just read it off of my phone to y'all so we can get into that topic. Shout out to everybody that's just getting in the chat. Please hit the like button. If you are not a member, grab your membership. If you are already a member, Renew it for your girl. Keep me growing and glowing in these YouTube streets, baby. Members only live tomorrow. Also, it will be our first members only cookie raffle, which, it's a raffle, but it's a free raffle for my members. And I also want to go over some other stuff with y'all too that I want us to start doing. It's going to be lit, y'all. It's going to be lit. I got some plans for y'all. I got some plans, baby. Latoya say, Booger Boy, too slow to realize that if it wasn't for RH, Lonnie would still be in welfare case. Working at Best Buy, making 10-hour RH build that lion, she would be riding around. Latoya, you went in, baby. You went in. Hey, Brittany Tyner. Hey, girl. Happy Mother's Day to all of you amazing supporters. Miss Karen says, thank you, Miss Karen. Love you. And same to you. I'm glad you enjoyed your Mother's Day. All of y'all, actually. And thank y'all again for the Mother's Day wishes. Right back at y'all. You say it, Lupac. Nope, because then they was going to say I was being petty. Y'all know they already say I ain't got nothing going on. I'm a hater. All I do is talk about Bree. I'm like, how? We been stopped talking about her. We only talk about her every so often when something comes up about her or something is posted or done. Hey, Kim Kobe. Lux Pearl say, really none of them. That's embarrassing. Exactly. That speaks volumes to her if you ask me. If you ask me if it's 0 out of 3, it speaks volumes to her character. And two of them she actually get along with. One is her man and one is the first baby daddy. So y'all want the baby daddy that she really don't get along with to tell her Happy Mother's Day, but not the ones that she actually talked to, like on a different type of level. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Exactly, Lux Pearl, because I didn't know that either. I actually found out that through a screenshot that I was sent earlier, and somebody in the chat just said it. That the other ones didn't tell her. I didn't know Himzel didn't tell her Happy Mother's Day. I just found it out with y'all. Beautiful Ashes say, clearly a pretty face and snatched body says BBL is not enough to keep a good man. I need her to get the memo on that. Exactly. Men don't really care about that. That's not even, I wouldn't even say I would say that's like 40% of a woman full, like character, domestic, and all of that. Looks is maybe 35-40%. Lux Pearl say, beautiful Ash, that's a word. Hey, Queen Rona. Thank you, my girl. Same to you. Okay, y'all. Let me go. He say, you do what you like on your platform. Exactly. Hey, Michaela. Okay, y'all. Let me pull it up so we can get into this topic. Because we got a good bit of people in the chat now, too. Let me go to her page. Oh, and another thing, y'all. Her and her mama, Miss Lily, they definitely got a situation going on. Because when I tell you, hey, Dondi. When I tell y'all Miss Lily been posting stuff subliminally, I'm talking about going crazy with it. I literally, before I came on live, I checked her page to see what she putting, because y'all know Foot Meat been running with the narrative that her and her mom not getting along. She can't stay there. It's worse than the hotel situation and all of those things. So tell me what y'all, I'm going to read these few to y'all that I screenshot and tell me what y'all think. Y'all think she talking about Foot Meat? This is on Miss Lily's page. She says, if cutting me off makes you feel like your life will be better, do it then. And then she says, however, don't try to come back when you realize I was never the problem. That's the first. She been putting them back to back, y'all. Then she put, I'm not even upset or angry anymore. I'm just tired. Tired of putting more effort than I receive. Tired of trusting people and getting betrayed. Tired of loving too much and not getting the same love back. Tired of getting my hopes up only to be let down again. Then she put, heavy on, I'm not mad at you. That's just who you are. That's your character. Be that character, but I don't have to deal with it. Then she put, I don't believe in revenge. The best lesson is the one where you cut people's access to you and don't give them the satisfaction to be bothered by them. And I think that's the last one. She says, be careful. When you do too much for people, they start loving your hand and not your heart. Who she talking about, y'all? Who she talking about? Let's make it make sense. So it's definitely a situation there. And I'm sorry, but I got to ride with Miss Lily, okay? Miss Lily ain't the problem, baby. Hey, Miss Sharon. Miss Lily is not the problem, okay? No, Lux, she did not type that. She shared all of those. You really, Lux? She ain't typed not one of them posts. You know it would have been some grammatical errors, baby. Not one of those posts was typed. She shared it as in that's her feelings. You know how they go. Hey, a new touch nail and beauty bar. Hey, Kayla, love you too, boo. Yep, she shared all that. And that's the type of post that she been sharing for the past week, y'all. Non-stop. When I tell you, you know how when you on Facebook and you go to your search bar and you can see all the people that you searched, right? And if you look by a certain name, you'll see a number. That number shows how many new posts they have. So they might have like a 9, a 10, 15. They might have that next to their name. That's how many new posts that they done shared since you've been on their page. And every time I look at my search bar, why does keep popping up? This lady be done shared about 9 to 11 posts, y'all. I'm talking about this all day long for the past 2 weeks. Because I've been checking since this for me kind of been a topic. So I've been checking to see if, it's legit when she say her and her mama kind of at odds. Yup. She talking about, and we're going to get into that too, Gabby. Hey, Lavada. Because people so quick to automatically assume that when Foot Meat is talking about a situation, they automatically think that she's talking about our age, right? So under that post, I'm gonna read it to y'all though. Let me see what else y'all said. Lachelle said, if RH told her Happy Mother's Day, her supporters would have said he still want her. Exactly. It ain't no winning with them. That's why it don't even pay. That's why I say that's for them. That ain't for him or her. He don't owe her that anyways. His job is to be a good father to that child. That's it. That's all. They are no longer together. He don't owe her no accolades, no flowers, none of that. And she don't owe him none either. So if she don't want to tell him Happy Father's Day, she don't have to. They are not in a relationship anymore. They don't owe each other accolades, baby. It's a nice gesture, but it's not owed, and nobody should be criticized for not doing it. Period. Now, on the other hand, if that's your man and your man ain't texting you, then that's a problem, right? Because my man texted me at 5 something in the morning on Mother's Day because he working to make sure he was the first one to tell me. And I don't even have no kids with him. So that speaks volumes. If you in a relationship with somebody and they don't even they don't tell you Happy Mother's Day, then I would look at them away. I'm sorry. They don't really owe you that either, but it's definitely a nice gesture because that is your significant other. He would probably get in his feelings if your baby daddies be messaging you and telling you Happy Mother's Day or buying you a gift, so why he can't say it? She was, Gabby. She was talking about Rex. But that's the thing, though. Anytime she posts something, the supporters automatically assume that she's talking about RH. And that we're going to get into that. So, Latte say Foot Meat and Lily Mae are giving the drama so they can make money. Y'all say, well, I wouldn't even be surprised and say, because I said that. I said that early on. Because her mama, and I wish one of my sources, if y'all in the chat, find that screenshot. One of y'all sent it to me. And that's how I know about it when Miss Lily posted and said it's a lot of scamming. And this is not verbatim because I can't remember word for word, but she said something along the lines of it's a lot of scamming going on social media. Why daughter can't do it? Let daughter do it too. So that spoke volumes, and that stuck with me because I done told that to y'all multiple times that if Foot Meat doing that, her mom is definitely involved. So they probably fake beefing just to, get them cash apps and gifts together. Cause what you need a mop for and towels and you staying in a hotel? Child. Mama said, throw that mop on there for me too. Put that mop on that wish list. Miss Lily said she want a little bit too, child. She said, put it on there for me too, girl. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell you. My BC in my head hurt. I'm so weak. Give me a second. I had stopped drinking sodas and I had to give me a Sprite. And them sodas don't taste the same no more. They taste different. Like they not making them the same or something. Okay, let's go to, who is this lady? Thank you, Miss Karen, for the cash app. Love you, girl. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Foot Meat page so we can get into that post, because that, like I said, y'all, that's what warranted this topic. For the new people that's coming in, the topic of this live is healthy co-parenting through bitterness from failed relationships. Okay. And not just this doesn't just apply to Foot Meat. This applies to anybody in this situation. Keep in mind, y'all, when I come up with these topics, a lot of them be driven from like stuff I see on social media, but it's, it can, I feel like if it can benefit the next person, then, by all means. It's broad, it's general, it's not just applying to one person, it's just an example from that person. So she put, okay, so Foot Me posted a day ago, she put co-parenting with a parent who has caused you harm in the past can be a daunting task. But what are some strategies you can use to make the process smoother and healthier for both you and your child? Well, for one, it shouldn't be a daunting task because, and I feel like it should always run, well, no, because let's keep in mind that you do get an opposite parent, could be male or female, that will give you issues because a lot of those feelings and emotions still linger, right? It don't just come from men. Well, in this case, Foot Meat is the one with the issue, because she made it clear, like she gonna say it in the chat too when she replying to somebody. But it could be the man also, because I had that issue for the longest with my kid's dad, where he was still wanting to be in a relationship, so he was kind of like taking it out on the kids, and it just was a big mess, y'all. So I feel like when you get in those type of situations, it can be real aggravating, stressful, because all you want is for your kids to have their relationship. You want, especially me, I know, and a lot of y'all probably feel the same way. You want, what's best for your kids. Like, leave me out of it. If I took myself out of the situation, then it is what it is. Okay? Leave me alone. Hey, T. Lux Pearl said, dang, you didn't clock me. I thought she was smarter. Listen, JBC, then somebody had the nerve to say on Facebook she was bad with a body. Before RH, somebody else replied, that's a lie, and reposted a video where she said something to RH about his shrimp and then walked off. Not just that. Let me not go into it. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Donda say, Bree has absolutely nothing to offer but the same dumb turn pose and squeeze her butt cheeks. You so crazy. Y'all be going in the comments. Let me stop reading them because some people already think they be blaming me for what y'all put. Y'all be saying y'all be going in, and them people be. That's why they be coming attack me in them comments. You a hater. You this. You that. Like you don't go sit down somewhere. I am the least bit worried about that girl. What she got going on. I am not jealous, baby. She has to actually have something that I want for me to be jealous. Even in that case, I can still get it. So it's never that deep. I promise you. I promise you. If she wouldn't put her business online, we wouldn't even be talking about her. It is what it is. Someone then stole my headphones. I don't know what's a girl gonna do when working and y'all go live. Get you some more. I ordered some, and it's off topic. Then I'm gonna jump right back on topic, y'all. But TikTok shop be having the best stuff. My oldest son put me on game. I literally had some Samsung earphones from the AT&T store, y'all. I paid like 70 something dollars for them earphones. And when I tell y'all, for one, they don't stay in my ear because my little ear hole is small. But they just started messing up. Like my whoever would call me can't hear me on the other end for some reason. And then I ordered some $7 earphones from TikTok shop, and when I tell y'all I've been having them for about 3-4 months now and no problems. I said I'm gonna order them about 2 more pairs. They so good. They light up and everything. They light up. It's a magnet in the case, all that good stuff. Angela say, Lupac, are you gonna have another baby after you give? Oh, I almost cussed. I almost cussed, Miss Angela. No, that's it. I am 36 years old. I don't want no more kids. It's time to travel, baby. Ham, I'm trying to get Ham out the way. That's my baby. That's the I can't do it. I can't do it. You know, every once in a while, us as women, we get baby fever when we see little small babies. Like one of my little cousins I'm real close with, we share the same birthday. We actually first cousins. She about to have a baby she have a baby in November, so she asked me to be the godmother. And that's her first baby, so I'm good with that. I got a bunch of guard kids. I don't want no more babies. It's time to travel, baby. Yes, I heard you say that before. No lie, Lupac. I'm enjoying this live. Thank you, London Thing. Beautiful Ashes says the troll saying RH money low because he allegedly downsized his home. Bree did too, but maybe he just didn't need all that space. So Bree money low too. Then exactly, it's like they be where they don't compare the two, but they can literally do the exact same thing. But, and to me, that's like a slap in the face. Because if I'm seeing, let's say I'm her and I'm seeing them say stuff about him and I'm moving the exact same way, then that's a slap in the face. What's wrong with downsizing? You gotta be broke or losing money or whatever just to downsize? That man stay in a house by himself. Would one person need a 7-bedroom house? Yeah, he get his baby sometime, but he still don't need that much space. That's crazy. I didn't get. I didn't get that. When I see people talking about that, I was like, Hey, Miss Lisa. I don't get it, y'all. Like, I feel like they be doing a little too much. A little too much, baby. If anything, that's smart. It's real smart. Because the goal is to work smarter, not harder. Save. You're supposed to save, baby. Save until you're ready to buy. If anything, paying that much for that big house and you just renting is not very smart. So downsizing is a smart move, period. Now in her case, no, because she actually have the kids and, her 5th dependent that's always there to fill it up. So you need something that size. He don't. So how is he the broke one in this situation? Make it make sense. Hey, Nana Karen. Miss Anderson, I just love it when you do that. Say it, Pac. Don't say it, Pac. Okay, y'all. So let me read y'all the post again for the ones that's just getting here if y'all missed it. Foot Me posted, co-parenting with a parent who has caused you harm in the past can be a daunting task. Of course, she made AI write this. But what are some strategies you can use to make the process smoother and healthier for both you and your child? So we're going to go to the comments because the comments are very interesting, y'all. Of course, they automatically assume she was talking about RH. Just forgetting the fact that this lady got 5 baby daddies, right? And keep in mind also, her child with RH, you can pretty much say is grown. So why would y'all assume she having co-parenting issues with her oldest child father? Make it make sense. Well, her second to oldest, because the oldest one is already out her house. DW is the next one to be out her house who already has a child. Why would you idiots assume she's automatically talking about RH? Like, it's some stuff. Come on now, you gotta use your head. Like, use your head. They hate that man so bad. They just want to put everything on him. So somebody says in the comments, co-parenting is just that. And I really like this comment. She said, co-parenting is just that, co-parenting. Situations that happen between two adults has nothing to do with that unless we don't feel safe. Speak, besides, report, CNA lingo, exchange. So Footmeat said, this how you know she ain't writing. I'm on live today. This how you know she ain't writing them posts. Because she say, what if they are... I ain't gonna say the word, y'all, because of YouTube, but she say, what if they are TRIGGER? She ain't put no S on the end, so somebody laughed at her comment. No, ma'am, go. You're not getting my snack. Get out of here. Y'all got enough junk. So the girl who made the comment says, Lord, I get... Let me try to get through this without laughing. The girl say, Lord, I get the T word. Ooh, Lord, but still, honey, that's between two adults. Them babies ain't asked to be in this craziness. So Footmeat says, that's not what I'm saying. I don't involved, she said, and I'm going to read it verbatim. She said, I don't involved kids in situations. That's not the point I'm making. I said healing and how to co-parent. You can say it all day, but easy said than done. Y'all, when I tell you her grammar be so off in replying to these comments, is no way she making them posts. What does daunting mean, Footmeat? Please tell me. So the girl says, that went left quick. You can't make people give you closure. Is that what you're looking for? Does that register? That man don't have to say nothing to you if he doesn't want to, and vice versa. Healing is cow-ish. Take it for what it is. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. So Footmeat says, yes, that would be nice. And then the girl says, I'm gone because my anxiety is up while I'm trying to be a shoulder to lean on. You got this. And Footmeat say, okay. I guess the girl was saying, like, dang, are you not getting it? Like, how much more can I explain it? Imagine that being your baby mama, child. So another girl says, you may never get the closure. Go. What?
Mama, okay.
Hold on, y'all, because Ham ain't going to stop until I answer her. Hold on. Okay, my bad, y'all. So this next girl say, you may never get the closure you need, but you have to be able to heal for yourself so you don't stay stuck in this place of being hurt and upset. Think about it like this. He is sleeping very well at night, but you're the one that's still bothered. I know it is hard to move on from being hurt, but you got this. Footmeat say, okay. And then the next commenter says, strictly keep it about the child. Try not to dwell on on past endeavors. So Footmeat says, sometimes it's hard when the person TRIGGERSU. How, girl? Like, I don't get it. So then the girl says, I know, and sometimes folk know what buttons to hit. When you no longer allow a person to get to you, the outcome will be better. Just try not to react to what he may throw at you. And she says, I understand. See me, I'm easily emotional. This is my thing. And I'm trying to be very unbiased. But I feel like because her situations end the way they end, that's why she stays bitter for so long and she try to use them kids. Clearly, if you make a post like this is a clear indication that you don't know how to separate the two, right? Because if you did, you wouldn't be making this post asking people for advice on how to separate the two. Those two should never intertwine. When you have kids involved, you never allow, and I know it lives. Listen, like I said, I'm being unbiased, y'all, because it is very hard. I feel like a lot of us have been there when it comes to co-parenting with a narcissist or a DA or anything like that. So it's very hard, but it is such a thing as a man being a great father, but he was just a bad husband or a bad boyfriend, because those two things are not the same. They can literally, and that goes for women too, they can literally be the best parent and be a suck ass husband or boyfriend in a relationship. So that's why you got to know how to separate the two. Don't put them kids in the middle. I promise you, let them get their own, draw their own conclusion, because a lot of times now I will say this, a lot of times when they are, a bad person is a bad person, right? So a lot of times when they are a real bad person, using a person in a relationship, all these different things, 9 times out of 10 they gonna be a bad parent. So, but you allow your kids to see for themselves and make their own judgments as far as if they want to be in their parents' life or have anything to do with them. Because guess what? If you don't, they gonna grow up hating you, and you was actually good to them. That's why I advise anybody to allow your kids to be involved with the other parent, especially if you making your decisions based off of your emotions and what happened with y'all in the relationship. Try to come to some type of agreement. Get a third party if you have to, whether it be, because my third party is my kid's grandmother on their dad's mom. So her and her husband, that's the third party. So like I said, get a third party, if you have to, but don't keep them away from. And this is another thing too, y'all. I don't advise because I've seen a lot of females having this mind. Hold on, Tootie, I'm unlock it. I see a lot of females having this mind frame where if a man is not giving them no money, they keeping the kids away also. Keep in mind that still affects the child. When you keep Kenny, Kenny, tell your grandma I'm gonna call her back. I'm online. Tell her I'm gonna call her back. When you keep, my bad y'all, when you keep your kids away from the dad just because financially he can't provide, or he might be in a hard space where he can't give what you want, because a lot of times the man be giving, but it's not what the woman approves, right? Or what the man approves, because there are some mothers that's on child support too. Trust me, I know a few of them. But I just feel like stay the course and still allow that child to see their father, because time invested is way more important than money. Trust me. You will be surprised. Ham, wait. You'll be surprised how many kids go to therapy and say stuff like, oh, he just threw his money at me but didn't spend no time. Like that money don't mean nothing to them kids. Them kids don't see no money. They don't see money. They see time invested. They see the memories. They see all of that. They don't see, oh, he gave money for some shoes, or they don't see none of that. Let me know if it's unlocked, Jace. That little girl. Okay, my bad, y'all. I have to unlock my baby tablet from my phone. Okay, where I'm at. Let me go back to that post. Yeah, the kids don't see none of that. Let's say on their own. Yep. So that's what I be saying. I don't bash some kids' daddy. They gonna learn on their own. Exactly. And this is an example I like to use all the time, because I done had friends. I done had little cousins that came to me for advice when it comes to these situations. Let's say you got a situation and your kids want to talk to their dad on the phone, right? Okay. Like I said, my oldest son got his own phone. I don't never call him from my phone because I don't want him with my number. But my oldest son, I'll get him the call. Let's say my middle son want to talk to him. I get my oldest son the call. Now, what I won't do is I won't not call and be like, oh, no, he don't want to talk to you. I'm not calling. No, I'm on call, because now it's up to him whether he answered the phone or not. And that lets my kids see that, okay, it's not mama. Mama made the call, but he didn't answer. So that's why I say you gotta let them kids decide for themselves, because they gonna express it to you later on how they feel. Trust me, because my oldest son tell me all the time. He expresses his feelings all the time now, and that's why I'm glad I wasn't that parent that allowed my rage and my, what I went through to define the relationship with them and their dad. Another thing say, Lupac, I feel in my heart that if the first baby daddy mom actually behaved herself, she would not be in this position. She wouldn't. She wouldn't. Her own dad said that she's not financially responsible. And that speaks volumes in my opinion. You know it's bad when your own daddy don't want to be in no house with you. Willing to leave your mama and go back to his mama, your grandma, because you in the house with your kids. So somebody say, put your big girl panties on and move on from your past. You'll never reach your future if you don't. And then they post a picture with two old ladies pulling their big drawers up. Oh my God, bro. These people be doing the most. So one person says, I just can't. He can talk straight to the child, especially if they are older. I'll text, that's about it. Nothing else. I'll spaz on him, because what we not about to do is you down talk me, etc. No, sir. Nope, I'll pass, sir. So Foot Me says, see, my child is 4. You understand where I'm coming from? Wait, they had somebody else who literally thought she was talking about the truth. Let me see if I can find that one. So one girl says, forget it and let him help, especially with taking care of his child. And then Foot Me says, who? Let's see. Let go of the past and focus on the present and future instead. There is so much ahead in the past. So another girl says, this is it, y'all. Somebody commented and says, go through the courts and get court-ordered parenting time. They even have apps you can communicate on that the courts can see. Guess what Foot Me said? She replies and says, I'm not doing all that. I don't even like the courthouse. Bruh, I don't know what to say about this girl at this point. Like, girl, you literally online asking people for their money. So basically, you told on yourself right there too, and let them know if you don't like the courthouse, you definitely ain't trying to get no child support. Make it make sense. Like, she rather, child, I guess, suffer. She is a hot mess and a half. So this girl says, it's to protect both parties. Without the courts, you probably won't be able to co-parent peacefully. Either way, any is worth it for the child's sake. The kids are the only ones who suffer. So Foot Me say, I can co-parent with other unknown people in the midst. Whatever that means. Child. Okay, let's see. What's the next one? So this lady says, we talked about this at a single woman brunch yesterday, and the one thing they said was it's about the child. Also, the key point is heal. The child needs the father. And the one thing they said is how you treat the dad is how the child will treat the dad. Facts. That's true. That's not your baby daddy. That's the father of the child, and you not a baby mama. You're the mother of the kids. A lot of women who endured the same hurt you're experiencing now had to learn he can be horrible to you, but he can be an amazing father. What I just said, y'all. When kids get older, they will make their own judgment to the father. Don't badmouth. I'm praying for your healing so that healthy co-parenting can take place. She literally must have read my mind, child. I didn't even see this comment. So Foot Me says, my son is 4, so I never bad talk anyone to him. Girl. Okay. Somebody say, forgive and move on. Praying all the way. And she said, easy said than done. So this the one. So this the one I post members only too. So once somebody comment and say, "Hey Sierra, is your baby daddy narcissist?" Foot Meat gonna comment and say yes. That blew my whole ceiling back, baby. When I seen it, I'm like, girl, girl, you are literally on a third grade grammatical level. The nerve of you to diagnose somebody, all your baby daddies at that. The nerve of you when you can't even form a complete sentence. Like, make it make sense. You do not have the qualifications, credentials, none of that to diagnose anyone. If that's the case, baby, I got something for you, okay? But that lady said all your baby narcissists, baby daddy's narcissists. Foot Meat say yeah. Like, girl, just because they don't like you don't mean they some narcissists, baby. They probably got some words for you too, because you not the easiest to deal with also, I'm sure. Because she gives the type of baby mama that when she, first of all, she's very easily influenced because, I mean, clearly she had 5 kids with 5 different men. So that gives a clear indication of very easily influenced, pillow talked, etc. So them men probably looking at her like a mistake. She thought she was going to be in a relationship. The fact that you got 5 and not one of them at least proposed to you speaks volumes. Because ain't no way. That speaks big volumes. And then the girl say, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my God, these people are crazy, bro. Foot Me say, yeah, they might be looking at her like a narcissist too. Child, that was funny. So somebody comment and tag the girl who asks if all the baby daddies are narcissists. So the girl says, I'm not sure if this was genuine or not, but it is uncommon for people to meet more than one narcissist and or toxic person. She said it's actually very common, especially when you haven't worked on yourself. Narcissists also know how to pick out certain people. That's a very interesting comment, y'all. Very interesting. The fact that, like, I feel like you should have left that question alone because, and I just said this, you literally got 5 baby daddies, which means you are very easily influenced because there's no way I'm going to even make it to baby daddy number 2 and still think about giving another ninja a child. I'm not getting to 5, baby. So that speaks volumes to your character. And then for you to say all of them are narcissists, what does that make you? A narcissist attractor? A narcissist whisperer? Like me? See the narcissist whisperer, y'all. Like the dog whisperer. Child, listen. Oh my God, bro. That was not a good look. So somebody say court order. Another girl comment say let go of any hurt that may have caused and healed. Just because a man is terrible man in a relationship don't make him a terrible father to kids. I think most women can move past the hurt. Co-parenting becomes easier when it's about the child and not your own personal feelings. Facts. Let it go. Foot Me say agree, but easy said than done. No, it's not easy said than done, girl. That man don't want you. Move on. Maybe if you go get you some more wood, you'll probably stop thinking. Because think about it, y'all. The one she's talking about is the last baby daddy. That's her youngest child daddy that she was dealing with back and forth. Break up, get back together. Break up, get back together. It's also the one who used her for her money and clearly a place to stay. Started him an LLC and everything. So she definitely in her feelings, right? That's why she can't get over that, because she feel used. She feel used, baby. That's why. It ain't got nothing to do with him being a narcissist, because guess what? He might be a narcissist, but he ain't your man no more. So you ain't got to deal with him on that level. Talk about your child. If it ain't about the child, hang up. Clear. Because you can't make a man or a woman do what you want them to do. Period. So if they don't want to be involved, if your efforts are going in vain, then you let it go. It's unfortunate, but you chose that ninja to father that child. So you got to put some of that blame on yourself. It's unfortunate. Like I say, you can't make a man or a woman want to be a parent if they don't want to. If all y'all conversations is about arguments about what went wrong in the relationship, who did what to who, then y'all don't need to be talking until the conversations turn into conversations strictly about the child. Period. Because y'all not together no more. So why are y'all still debating who did what to who and who was wrong? It makes no sense. All right, let me see some of y'all comments. Let me go back up. Let's see. Okay, I read that one. Cancer 66 say, my ex-husband did everything in his power to avoid paying child support, but one thing I never did was deny that man from seeing or spending time with our son. I never used money as exactly, because that's gonna fall on you eventually. It's gonna fall on you. That child gonna know later on who made them sacrifices. I promise you. They gonna know. They gonna know. Gabrielle says she better stay away from court and she's homeless. Rex will get full custody. That's probably why she don't want to go to court. Take them to court because she knows she run the risk of losing her babies because she's not stable. I just thought about that, y'all. I just thought about that. She runs the risk of losing her custody because she's not stable. Going from hotel to hotel, judges don't like that, baby. She is not stable. So that's probably why she be like, this ain't got nothing to do with them. Don't bring them up, and unless it's LaTruth. Because think about it. When the conversation comes to LaTruth's child, LaTruth offered his daughter to go state. She refused. So Footme knows she got somewhat of an advantage with that situation, because it's not a matter of LaTruth trying to take her, because she a mother now. Like, you could pretty much say an adult. And he did offer, and she denied it because she want to stay close to the baby daddy. But the other ones is smaller. That's why she don't want to talk about them, leave them out of it. Because she do run the risk of, if she was to take them to court, she could lose custody for being unstable and kind of giving unfit, if you ask me. Miss Flo say, it seems like a fifth grader is smarter than she is. Yep. Very, very slow, unfortunately. And that ain't me talking about it. That's facts. That is facts. Scorpio gotta say, I be telling women that I see like that is, why would you mess up your children relationship if you don't have daddy issues? Most of them think they have the power to do what they do. CSB on that issue with them. Yup, sure do. And let me tell y'all something. I don't know how it work in other states, like in y'all states, but in Louisiana, the mediators out here, the judges and stuff, when it come to family court, they don't play that favor the mother ish out here. I done seen a lot of fathers get custody of their kids, full custody, because the judges do not play about, they believe in 50-50 when it come to kids here. Like, I'm telling you, they believe in 50-50. They don't play that. They do not play that. Mess around and stop letting the daddy see his children, especially if he paying child support. Watch you end up in his situation. Watch you be paying child support. They don't play that, and I think it's right. I think it's fair. I think it's fair, because once 50-50 is established, 50-50 is established. You have no reason or no room to be trying to keep a child away from a daddy more often than not, because you ain't get your way about something. Because that judge already done granted 50-50 custody. Oh shoot, why did it? Hold on, y'all. I lost my post, baby. I lost my post. Let me go back to it. Okay, let me go down. We back to the post. Let me see where we stop. Um, could be hard because personally I wouldn't even want. Okay, so one girl says it could be hard. It could be hard because me personally, I wouldn't even want to see the person. It's hard dealing with someone that hurts you. That's why you get a third party if possible. It's an easy as some people think. It does take time, at least for me. You have to try. Lord, she got so many misspelled words. I can't read. I can't, y'all. Let me go to something else. Somebody said a legal mediator meet at court for exchange of child or in a very public place. Put me say, and see what you saying, but it's not that serious. Court's not necessary over here. It's very necessary if you online begging people to buy school clothes and underwear, pajamas, diapers. It is necessary, baby. Unless you gonna keep treating your supporters like they your baby daddies. Other than that, it's necessary. If the men not giving voluntarily. The only reason I could see why, hold on, y'all. I didn't want to be chewing and talking. The only reason why I could see why she wouldn't want to take them to court is because she know outside of the truth, the rest of them is really some bums for real. She don't want to go through the process because she know they don't keep stable jobs. She ain't gonna get nothing. That's the only thing I could see. Other than that, why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she? What mama you know gonna just sit there and take care of their child by themselves and they don't have to? Especially if they know the baby daddy is stable. Unless they know he ain't. That's the only thing I could think of. She know they some bums, and that's why she don't even want to go through the court process. So for this one, the girl says don't and let the child decide if he or she want to be around that person. Kids get traumatized too. This person is one of her friends who made this comment. And this is also the comment that DW commented under. Because somebody sent me that screenshot, but I think she deleted her comment because I don't see it no more. Yep, she must have deleted her comment. Because DW had commented under that particular comment and said, what if the child don't want to stay with the other parent? Which co-signs the fact that LaTrue asked her and she didn't want to go. And from my knowledge, she didn't want to go because she didn't want to leave the baby daddy. So that speaks volumes. But if I feel like if you this is what's crazy. If you know that you could have somewhat of a better life, at least temporary, staying with your dad because your mom is not making it good, trying to take care of you, plus multiple other siblings, why wouldn't you want to go? You think I'd be sitting around because I want to stay close to my underage baby daddy who can't work either? Child, bye. I'm sorry, but some sacrifices gotta be made. Me and my child need to be comfortable and not stuck up in no hotel room with multiple other people. Period. Once you become a parent, you're supposed to do what's best for you and your child. Yes, you still somebody's daughter, but you also somebody's parent now. Make sure your child good, not the baby daddy. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm a mother, not a baby mama. London things say so. Hold on, which one? No shade. I'm going to wait. Kim Colby says she's the narcissist, not the other way around. Gabrielle says she was so in love with Rex. Now he's a bum, DB, a narcissist, and exactly. I'm shocked they let you put that comment, child. They normally filter those types out if you don't filter them out. Can 66 say if anybody needs a good laugh, just go and read Foot Me comments. For real. Because I'll be laughing. London thing says she a covert narc. I don't even know. Honestly. She giving something. It's definitely giving mental issues. Hey, Queen Stab. What's up, chica? I'm just seeing you in the chat. I'm making my way down, y'all. Because I went back up to catch some of y'all comments. Beautiful Ashes says she's sharing her instability with the whole internet. I hadn't thought of that either. Exactly. Like, them dads could really be getting custody of their kids if they really wanted to. That speaks volumes also. Because she literally done posted for the whole internet to know, and this has been going on for months now, that she's unstable. So it's definitely giving bummy energy. Definitely giving bummy energy. Because why wouldn't you want your child? Or kids, whatever. Well, they all got different daddies, but why wouldn't you want your child to be in a better situation? At least temporary. At least temporary. Kim Colby says, picking that many different DEAD beats father says a lot about her character. Yep. Cat 66 says CW staying with her mama. Did she go back to the hotel? That I don't even know. Anybody know? Because like I said, her and her mama been going back and forth on social media. The mama been posting nonstop for about 2 weeks straight about people misusing her, not forgiving people. Like, you could tell she's throwing subs at her. But like me and Latte said, it's possible they could be in on it together. Because the mama made a post a few weeks ago saying everybody on the internet scamming, let daughter do it too. So you never know, child. But I don't know. It hasn't been disclosed if she went back to the hotel, I don't think. Hey, Peanut. She said, good evening, Lupac Chat. Another reason, in my opinion, that his daughter may not want to go stay with her dad, because if he has rules, then she may not want to abide by them, especially since she's a mom now. Exactly. That too, Peanut. Thank you for putting that. Yep. That's definitely another reason. Because the truth is strict. And I mean, that's how it should be. Fathers need to be strict. Hey, meet us, my Louisiana sister. Yep, the dads need to be strict. Maybe it'll help with turning this generation down a notch, because they out of control, baby. They are out of control. So I say you more mad than she is. Wait, let me see. This girl says, I'm not into the back and forth thing. I will tell you straight like this. Co-parent is just that. It's not about the other parent. It's all about the child. Whatever happened, forgive and go heal. If you feel like your child could be in any DANGER, GER, my bad, y'all. Seek an attorney, have proof. I know because I have been there before. You can't let whatever happened between you and the other parent come in between the child. And that's facts. I agree wholeheartedly to her comment. Heal and move on. Because eventually you got to heal at some point. So why not try to do it quickly, take the proper steps. That way it won't affect your child's situation, your child's mentality. Because take away, not even just when it comes to parenting, co-parenting, or, the exchange, whatever, your mental state affects your kids' mental states, because they thrive and they feed off of your energy. They feed off of your emotions because you raising them. So if you not happy, if you always sad, guess what your kids gonna be? They see mama always sad, they gonna be sad too. So you are a direct reflection of what they're gonna be. I feel like a lot of people need to keep that in mind. So that's why they say it's not good to talk negatively about the other parent to the kids, because you don't want to drive that into their brains, and then that's all they know. Because kids learn behaviors. They learn behaviors and they learn conversations, and it sticks with them. It sticks with them, just like potty training a child. That, training a child up applies to all aspects, not just teaching them how to be potty trained. Everything, life lessons. So what you say around them, they pick up on, they hold it. So if you're talking negatively about the parent on a daily basis, guess what? Let's see. Let me see what else is under there, y'all. So somebody says, which one are you talking about? All five of them? All I could say is just be mindful it's about the kids, and maybe get a third party involved if it's that traumatic for you. So somebody say, this is a disgusting response. Y'all need help. I didn't see nothing wrong with her response. Like, she didn't specify who she was talking about. So, I mean, hey. Exactly, I'm chosen. They feel it. She didn't even respond to the girl. So the lady saying, if it's that case, you gave it to me. Seek help instead of being degrading. Good day. Somebody said go to therapy to work on your healing. And tease if the child is grown, allow that child the will to make her own decisions with that parent. If the child isn't grown and you don't trust it due to the situation, there are supervised visits that can be set. She ain't gonna get no supervised visits, y'all. She just told y'all she not going through no court. She don't deem it necessary. See, they overlook stuff like that, right? Because they want to express how they feel about who they think she talking about. So they'll overlook her behavior and the stuff that she see. So the lady also says, wait, where I'm at. If the child isn't grown and you don't trust it due to the situation, there are supervised visits that can be set, and a little advice: forgive, because forgiveness is for you, not the other party. As long as you hold on to it, it's only going to hold you back and hold up your healing process. Too many times children lose out on a parent because we can't let go the past and hurt. Facts. Good night, Miss Debbie. So Footmeat says, my child isn't grown, he's 4. And this is why when you make these type of posts, you got to specify, because it is a difference, and it's going to be different advice when it comes to this situation. Because you can have a child that's actually almost grown, and you can have a child who's 4, that the situation will be totally different. The advice is going to be totally different. So people get mad at people for, speaking on any child is crazy, because she didn't specify who she was talking about. Which you could still give a general advice, but to really break it down, you need to know the age range of the child. Let's see. Where I'm at in the comments. Latte said, what people do for the love of money. Facts. Cancer 66 said, if CW was a good mother, she would have told DW to go stay with her daddy until she gets back on her feet, because CW is too slow and selfish to do that. MLP. Exactly. Exactly. I don't care what I feel about that man. And the fact that she's still harboring feelings about LaTrue speaks volumes. You and this man been broken up for well over 10 years. Gotta be over 12, let's see. At least going on 14 years now, you and this man been separated. No, I lie. 11, 12, and that's a long time to still be harboring ill feelings towards the baby daddy. It's a long time. It just shows that, and that's based off of her behavior towards him online. It shows that she's a grudge holder, and she used her kids. She weaponized her kids. That's what I feel, because that would have been the first thing I would have said. Oh no, you gonna stay with your daddy? He gonna help me. Period. Because we all know their situation. We know LaTrue still got custody of her. She chose to go back and stay with her mama. So this is me, and this is me being unbiased, y'all. You gonna go stay with your dad, and he offered you to go stay. So you ain't got no choice. You and the baby gonna go stay. That way I know y'all good, and I could try to handle my business here. And then when I get back straight, y'all could come back if y'all want. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Instead of worrying about a baby daddy who can't even help financially. Child. Children say, yes, your baby, feel it. London thinks they agree because certain comments is coming from her unresolved issues. Yep. Show is. That's okay, Miss Debbie. Have a good night, my girl. Sleep tight. JB said, I'm still here listening, loves. I'm backed up in the chat. I had to run in the gas station and get pump gas. I think someone asked her, how has she met the girl? I assume Rex new woman. I think she mad because he had someone else. She definitely mad because she did the exact same thing to Rex that she did to LaTruth. If y'all remember those messages that I put out months ago that I got off of her page, that she was sending Bree and LaTruth, basically talking about Bree to LaTruth and, just popping her ish and talking about Bree's appearance and how she feels she look better, and or telling LaTruth what you see in her and my boobs this, her boobs that. Like, she be going in. It was also some messages that I can't say, unknown sender, I don't say unknown to me, but a source sent me from between her and Footmeat that basically showed Footmeat harassing Rex new woman the same way she did Bree when LaTruth first got with her. Like, she don't take that well, baby, at all. She don't take that well at all, child. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Somebody said, "Oh, I didn't see this one. That's because they put this comment 9 hours ago." Somebody say, "Sounds like you still got some feelings for that. Feelings there for that man." So Foot Me say, "Why wouldn't I?" Oh, y'all. So Foot Me say, "Why wouldn't I? I was with him 6 years and lived together for 6 years." Think about it, y'all. First of all, that timeline sound a little crazy. How you was with him for 6 years and lived with him for 6 years when your kids darn near some step ladders? Like, they damn near back to back. That's not adding up, baby. But anyways, that's not my business. But the fact that she said that speaks volumes. She said, "Why wouldn't I? I was with him 6 years and lived together for 6 years." So LaTruth was about 10 to 12 years, and they lived together a long time too. So it's not, it's given that she harbors feelings. Like, she harbors feelings and she uses it. I'm trying to see how to explain it. She just can't get over it, y'all, in so many words. Like, she can't get over the men that she deal with. And that's why she used her children against them. Then the girl says, she say, "Feelings don't go away that easily when you love genuinely." Yes, it do. You play with me, baby, that love goes away easily. I promise you. It's going to turn into something else. She say, "My son's dad, yes." And then the girl says, "That's not always the case, ma'am. Sometimes it's still hurt and people not properly healing that can cause you to feel a certain way." First of all, how you reply to this girl comment, and she was literally right, because Footmeat replied to it and told her that's what it was. Duh. Child, these people crazy. So somebody says, this is the last one I'm going to read, y'all, because it's a lot. Somebody says, "It shouldn't be that hard since you have other kids under her." Under her. Oh, this is the one that assumed she was talking about DW. So she said, "It shouldn't be that hard since you have other kids under her," which means you went on with your life as well as him. So don't double back to feelings you had moved on from. Just my opinion, just like others give you theirs. God bless. So Footmeat replies and say, "Huh? Who are you talking about?" So the girl says, "I assume Robert." Why would you assume Robert? She literally have 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. Why is he always the assumption? So Footmeat says, "This isn't about my daughter D. I was in a recent relationship for 6 years, so I don't know what you are talking about." So the lady says, "This is not to knock you, When you openly share your life, we are only openly giving advice. Everything will not be pleasing to the ear. Sometimes it hurts, not to weaken you, but to make you stronger. This is why you have a platform. Therapists don't always side with the patient. Just take what your followers have to say to help you. I'm not bashing you by any means. So Footmeat says, my posts are never about him, ever. She lying. So the girl says, okay, but just know I only speak to give you positive advice. I know there is some negative remarks, but you do get some sound advice as well. Just focus on your babies. Put this in the court's hands so it don't mess with your mental. God bless child. She's not going to court. So for me, say I don't need court because that's a little too much. My other kids' dads are mature. What? She said my other kids' dads are mature. We don't need court. Oh, it's giving changing of the narratives to me, y'all. Because if I could recall, I wish I could find that post. If one of my sources, if y'all got that screenshot when she said that all the baby daddies are D beats and don't do nothing and whatever. Send it to me. Send it to me. Because she clearly just said she don't need court. That's a little too much. She said my other kids' dads are mature. We don't need court. So if that's the case, why you online asking people for their money and making registries to get stuff for them kids if they mature and y'all handling it outside of court? What are you doing with your money? Child, one thing about a liar, they gonna tell on themselves eventually. They gonna tell on themselves, baby. Because when you tell a lie, you gotta tell a bunch more to keep up with that one. And 9 times out of 10, you gonna forget the first one that you done told. And that's what it's given. She tells so many lies, she don't even remember what she be saying. Because you literally been on here dogging these men, these 5 baby daddies, literally said she was going to court and put everybody on child support. To now, we don't need court. All her baby daddies is mature, except for Rex, the last one. So I'm glad I seen that comment, y'all, because that answered a lot of questions. Thank you, Arthur Danette, for getting a membership. Love you, my girl. Shout out to you. Like I said, y'all, I'm about to end it here. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I was so mad. I had a good Mother's Day yesterday. Ham decides she want to miss the bus this morning, so I had to get up early and bring her to school. And she be doing it on purpose to me, y'all, because Ham don't like riding the bus. Because the bus passed so early. So she be doing stuff on purpose. But I had to get up early, so I'm still sleepy because I went to bed late last night. But I'm about to get up off of here. We got a members only live tomorrow. It's probably going to be early in the day, y'all, while my baby's at school. So if you're not a member, grab your membership. Thank you, I'm Chosen. I'm Chosen put the membership link in the chat. If you don't have time to catch it from the chat, I do have it posted on my community wall from the other day. It's not that far down, so just scroll down a little bit. Thank y'all so much for the continuous support. Like I say, the members only live. We're going to go over a few things that I have planned for my members. Also, we're going to do the first cookie raffle on tomorrow. Okay, but let me get up off here, y'all. I'm tired. But I love you guys. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all night. And like I said, I will be back live tomorrow with the members only live. Grab y'all a membership. Have a good night.